Pretty sweet pins coming right to your door. What's inside the new Zanini pack? Yeah, producer Tony, I decided to just kind of jump over a little part of the script and sort of improv it myself. What's inside the Zanini pack? I don't know yet. You don't know yet. But we're going to find out soon enough. What is the 411 on the Zanini pack? Short of me having a scroll of text moving up the screen that I'm sure nobody wants to really read, let me just summarize that by telling you that every single month Zanini pack delivers you a selection of rather pretty looking pins. Pins you can put on denim jacket, pins you can put on the lampshade of your desk bedroom lamp. Why not? You can put it anywhere. Just don't pin it on the neighbor's dog, and certainly don't tell anybody that I told you to pin it on the neighbor's dog. I did not tell you to do that. You, sir, are a fibber face. And there's one thing I can't stand, and that's a fibber face. Go sit in the corner, fibber face. Nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get this opened up, dabble in the pins that we got inside, and I'm going to have to find a place on my denim jacket where I'm going to have to find and place these pins in a peculiar way. Maybe I'll put them upside down or right side up. Let's go ahead and get this opened up. I feel a bit like I'm still battling something. I thought it had long passed, but still feel like I got a little bit of the something. Let's hope that goes away soon. The first thing we have a look at, the first thing we can get a gander at, is the Martian Manhunter, Jean Jones. I don't know why I had to pronounce it like that. I'm all about improving this script in front of me. There's no script in front of me. It's a very cheap teleprompter. When are you ever, Tony, producer Tony, gonna put in the necessary budget to get me a better teleprompter? I can't read jack. Ironically enough, actually, the teleprompter just said that. I can't read jack. There's no teleprompter. But there is a producer, Tony, and he tells me to push forward. Martian Manhunter presented here as a Zanini pin. As you can see right there, it's the cartoon representation of the Martian Manhunter, looking quite splendid, with a nice little shield-shaped backdrop to him. I like kind of the way it's pointed off to the bottom and made right around the area in which you've got a little tiny X. I'm not really sure what the X is for. Maybe X marks the spot. X could be the cross straps of his torso. But that's a neat looking pin nonetheless. Part of me feels like we've already got ourselves an animated Superman, so this would go perfectly with that. And part of me also feels like, and a lot of this is just guesses more than anything else, that we did get ourselves also a Wonder Woman. And I can add that to the mix. Let's see what else we've got going on in here. What's this piece of paper? That's the spoiler. We don't want to go down to spoiler town just yet, where everything there gets spoiled. You don't want something spoiled, a movie, a book, something you're about to watch on TV. Don't ever take a trip down to spoiler town. That's all they do. They spoil everything. They spoil things for each other. And half the time, if you go into their fridge, spoiled milk as well. Anyways, we've got ourselves the G.I. Joe Real American Hero. This is codenamed Scarlet. I was more a Lady J fan myself. Lady J. Lady J. But Scarlet is no slouch herself. She's got her little crossbow going on with her. I like the look of that. And I could put that with the other G.I. Joe pins. I can maybe separate and segregate all the G.I. Joe pins to the sleeve of my jean jacket. Maybe I can categorize my pins by the placement of where I put it on my jean jacket. The front pocket section will be maybe for the Justice League or DC characters. Horror characters will be on the one sleeve. And then my G.I. Joes and everything else will be on the other sleeve. At least I can organize my pins that way. Let's see what else we got going on inside this pack for this month. We've got ourselves Gremlins, more specifically Little Mogwai Gizmo. I guess that would be a bit of a jump. Nobody's telling me that this is Gizmo necessarily. It's not telling me on the back. I'm just assuming that's Gizmo, but that could be any one of the Mogwais. I mean, you know, there's been lots of Mogwais. You just don't want to feed those suckers because you know what ends up happening. You feed them after midnight. Sort of a weird part of the problem with that film. What designates midnight? Any time after midnight, whether it be 12:01, whether it be, for example, 4 in the morning, 8 o'clock at night, still in theory, is after midnight. Is there sort of a cutoff time? I think I would be asking that question, waving my finger to the ceiling. I'd be asking that to the store clerk if I was picking up a Mogwai for myself or for a gift for my son. I would want to add the specifics to that, just so I know what designates after midnight. You don't want to get them wet. Could they go outside in the snow? What if they drink a soda and spill some of that on them? What if they just ingest a glass of water? Does that count as well? I'm asking a whole lot of questions. Nonetheless, though, that's a neat looking pin. Gonna put that down, see what else we've got in here. I think we've got 3 other pins. The next one we have is Tomb Raider, who looks a bit like Scarlet, really, when you put the two side by side. Both are redheads. Both are sort of sporting a bow and crossbow and arrow. This one, of course, is a little bit more of the portable variety. She just needs to fire that off. She can pose quite easily with her finger on the trigger. This one actually has to use both hands to fire off her arrow. So she sort of has, if you had the two battles side by side, that would be a question. What redhead would reign supreme? It's a nice looking pin, though. Still a circular shape like Scarlet, but Scarlet's leg kind of just drape off. It kind of looks like she's being suspended in a circular swing. Whereas, of course, this Lara Croft is she's inside the circle. This one's a nice pretty pin. I like that one. It's got some nice oranges and reds and a little bit of gray. Gray's my favorite color. What's your favorite color? Would you consider gray to be color? I don't know. Maybe a bit of a jump. Who knows? This is Naruto. And I know right off the moment that those words left my lips, I probably incorrectly pronounced that. Somebody told me in the past I had done a Naruto. I think it was a plushie or if it was a toy. I don't remember what it was, but somebody said I incorrectly pronounced it. How do you pronounce Naruto? Is it Naruto? I don't know. I'm asking because I don't know. That's what he looks like nonetheless. That's a nice looking pin though, even though this humbled, I have to stress this, humbled reviewer doesn't know half the time how he pronounces these words, but you get the idea. I'm a visual guy, if anything else. I'm showing you the goods. Careful, perverts. But there's Naruto. How do you pronounce that? Let me know down below. And last but certainly not least, we've got BB-8. I want to see if that is the last. That seems the last. We've got little BB-8. I certainly could not struggle pronouncing BB-8. If I went Bubba 8, by all means, you can correct me on that. But that's pretty self-explanatory. A B, and an 8. BB-8. Still have not seen the last, was it The Rise of Skywalker? I still haven't seen it. Getting out to the movies next to impossible when you've got a little small child in tow. She would be too small to sit down for a lengthy movie like that, and nor would I be that person. I'm not going to be that person that brings a child to the movie at the age that I know she's going to be screaming and yelling to the top of her lungs, "Daddy, I want more popcorn. Daddy, I want more soda." But you can't have soda. Soda's not good for you. You can have some water. No, I don't want water. I want Daddy's soda. No, you can't have Daddy's soda. You can imagine how much fun the other patrons to that theater would be having with that guy with his loud kid. They would be whispering to themselves, I wish that guy would take his loud kid out of here. Somebody would be very deliberately having their mouth facing me, because I would be behind them. I wish this guy would get rid of his loud kid. I get the point. And therefore, I don't see a whole lot of films in theaters. I usually have to wait until they come out on DVD or Blu-ray. What was the point I was making in all of that long gibberish story? Yes, I have not yet seen Rise of Skywalker. Any good? I don't know. It's probably not going to be very good, but we'll wait. We'll wait until it comes out, and then I'll talk about it long after the fact. So here are all the pins that we got inside, and now we can go back to that little piece of paper designated as December 2019, telling us exactly the characters that we got inside. Now you can categorize these, of course. If you get yourself the basic package, you would be getting the Gremlins, Naruto, and Lara Croft inside. If you were to get the standard, you would be getting all of that indicated by the stripe of gray. That would be covering over all the basics. Covering over the basics. And it would be, I thought that was clever, and the standard would include that as well. Premium would be coming off and carrying off all of these, so you'd be getting all 5 pins if you've got yourself the premium pack. If you guys are interested in subscribing to the Zanini Box, even though it's quite technically a pack, nonetheless, I'll put the link down below in the video description. Today we were having a look and having a bit of a banter, talking about a whole bunch of stuff. probably about 4 subscribers dropped off during that little banter and talk about stuff. I gibberish off and I kind of go off on tangents from time to time. Producer Tony, thank goodness, is paid by the hour, so he doesn't mind. Of course, he does sometimes tell me to do this. This is wrapping things up. Wrapping things up. His wife's already prepared dinner. He's trying to get home. Wrap things up. He's telling me to do that actually right now. Okay, yeah. I realize now I'm kind of dragging this out. But nonetheless, if you are new to this channel, long-time viewer, maybe you never got the chance to hit that subscribe button, do that now. And while you're at it, also turn on the bell notification. Keep your peepers peeled, because there's going to be a whole lot of videos coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.